Alright, welcome back folks. So we are now officially done with Black Market 2021. There were a lot of surprises, misdirection by Wargaming, and a big secret grand finale that nobody saw coming until 6 hours prior. So Wargaming has outdid themselves this year. It was pretty good, but some offers are actually crap, some are good. So let's rate the Black Market offerings from 2019 to 2021. Now I'll do the rating based on different factors like hypeness or excitement generated by the community, as well as performance of the vehicle, the timing of the introduction, and the meta, as well as events and other stuff. So let's kick it off with the Black Bulldog for the first Black Market offer ever in 2019. So this started it all. Nobody knows what the hell a Black Market is, and they saw a Black Bulldog for 5 million credits. That was actually pretty good. At that time, Frontline was a thing starting off. There were no cars, and this thing has a very good plastic head for the high explosive, so it was pretty fun, makes more credits, and you have all the room to run around in Frontlines. So definitely a 8 out of 10 for this vehicle in terms of offer for 5 million credits. That's how I got mine back then. I clicked it very fast. Next up, we have FCM 36 Pack 40 for 3.5 million credits. Already had it, but it's kind of hefty for a tier 3, as well as they do sell it from time to time in the premium shop, so that's the same credit cost as a tier 8 a little bit, but no, it's not worth 3.5 million credits. No. 4 out of 10. It's a good tank destroyer at low tier, but it's not worth 3.5 million credits. No. Oh, big one. Up next, Type 59 Gold. First time you see it. So this tank has a history. Back then, it was a premium tank with 2 times the normal amount of credit earning as a normal premium tank. So if you make credits times 2 on a premium tank, this will make times 4, so it makes even more credits on the Chinese server. They took the skin and just placed it into the normal server as a normal premium tank. So it's just the same as a Type 59. It's the first time you see it. It's very rare. Generated a lot of hype. It cost 25,000 gold. Obviously, I will give this thing 10 out of 10 because just the hypeness of what the hell's a Black Market. Holy shit. Type 59 gold. So yeah, 10 out of 10 definitely. Next up, Sexton 1 scumbag at tier 3, but tier 3 or actually tier 3, but it's for 500,000 of credits straight up. 9 out of 10 definitely. Peanuts pocket change. Holy crap, it's actually pretty good. I don't even play mine, but it's so cheap. It's so good. And yeah, it's AP shell. It has AP shells. But yeah, it's a fun pocket change, drive up excitement, so everybody was giddy, I guess. So it's okay. Alright, FV25B 183 for 23 million credits. Obviously, if you don't have the vehicle, it's worthwhile, but obviously it costs like 4 tier 10s for 1 tier 10. It is a legacy tank. I do have it before the Black Market, so I don't have to buy it, but 7.5 out of 10. It's for the legacy of the vehicle, not for the actual price of it prior to the introduction of the Badger, so 7.5 out of 10. Alright, Alpine Tiger for 10,000 gold. It is not as hype as the Type 59 Gold. It is the first time you see the Alpine Tiger, but this thing went on to subsequent premium shop sales afterwards, so it's practically the same as the WZ111, just with a skin. You cannot buy the WZ111 in the shop, I don't think. You can only buy the 112 or something, or the other way around, but yeah, it's not as crazy as a Type 59 Gold, and obviously it's a normal tech tree tank, so you can just get it outright. Actually, it's not a normal Tech Tree tank. It's a normal Tech Tree Premium, not a 110, but 5 out of 10. It's not as crazy as a golden Type 59. That's the crazy part. Alright, Caernarvon AX for 9 million credits. 8 out of 10. It's just so good of a heavy tank. It doesn't have that big of an alpha bite, as well as that good of a hull in terms of the lower plate armor, but it has so much DPM. It's insane in terms of DPM, and the turret is strong, so this thing will just rapid fire you until you're dead. I have mine. I really prefer to play it other than the Jumbo Pershing. That's it. So yeah, it's a good deal when you think about it. 9 million credits is a little bit steep, but it goes about the same as auction nowadays for this vehicle. So I would say it's still a pretty good deal. 8 out of 10. Next up, the Hydrostat Panzer IV for 6.5 million credits. Vehicle is not that great. It's a legacy. It's an old bundle offer for a premium tier 5, so it is kind of rare, but they do went on subsequent sales in the premium shop, so 4 out of 10. It's not worth 6.5 million credits. That's way too steep. A little bit too steep. Pz.II J, 15,000 gold. Now, this is just 10,000 gold short of a Type 59 gold. And it is a Pz.II J, but these things do go on sale once per year for about 100 bucks. So it is rare. It is a pub stomper. It is gold sink of gold shell needed for this vehicle, but it has actually, some of you guys mentioned it has more armor than a KV1. It has 80mm than 75. Well, then again, KV1 has a slope 75. This thing has flattish of 80, but still, that's tier 3. But for 15,000 gold, that's still kind of steep. 6 out of 10. It's the same price you pay for 100 bucks worth. So yeah. Alright, next up, the hybrid Panther / Panzer IV for 5.5 gold, 5.5 thousand gold. 8 out of 10, definitely. So people were seeking after this vehicle. It is like the M6 Mutant or the A32, but it's not overpriced like the A32. So A32 currently for this year's black market was 7,500 gold. That is kind of steep. For a tier 4, this is a tier 5, and it was much more sought after than the A32. And it's cheaper, so 8 out of 10, definitely. Costs a lot better. Alright, they messed up on the T34B. They actually offered this twice, so both times for 8.5 million credits. 5 out of 10. It's a black T34. T34s are kind of underperforming in terms of mobility and hull armor, but the guns also kind of takes too long to aim. And it's slow, it's bulky, doesn't have DPM, but you can just buy it from the tech tree in terms of a premium tank. So not too exciting. Costs more than a Black Bulldog. A little bit about the same as a Caernarvon AX, but Caernarvon is a lot better than this thing. So 5 out of 10. It's blah. They also messed up and offered it twice. So blah. Alright. The skins from Holiday Ops. So 3,500 gold for one of the skins, but it just costs way too much. I mean, I always wanted the skins to be on offer for about 1,000 gold in the premium shop. After the year of Holiday Ops, after about a year, you can just offer it in the premium shop. People will buy that shit for 1,000 gold. I will guarantee it. Or just like 10 bucks or something. People will buy that. Imagine the amount of players buying League skins from League of Legends. They'll happily spend like 10 bucks for a skin. They'll happily spend like 30 bucks for a skin because those people are crazy. But for these skins, 10 bucks, people will buy them from the premium shop. 3.5 thousand gold is like a premium tier 6 plus, which is about 20 bucks. Not worthwhile. Especially not worthwhile. 2 out of 10. Nope. 2 out of 10. Alright. Oh man, IS-6B. And it's for 8,000 gold. It is cheaper than the actual price, which is 10,000 gold for IS-6. But you can just buy it from the tech tree. It's basically a black version of a normal, underperforming heavy tank. It was good. IS-6 was the king about 6 years ago. Way back when. Before the penetration buffs, before everything got power crept, this was the king of premium tanks way back when. Way back when. But it got power crept to hell. So 4 out of 10. It's also costing in gold, not in credits. So obviously it's not as desirable as a T-34B, but still kind of garbage. And finally, for the first year of black market, Foch 155 for 25 million credits. I'll put it the same as the 183. So yeah, if you don't have it, good chance to get it. It's a legacy tank, so pretty nice. But I only play like 10 battles with mine, so it doesn't matter. It's a collector's tank. Alright, moving on to 2020. The year of the rat, as well as COVID-19. So wonderful. But Lansen C, it's up for 8.5 million credits. It's a auction, I believe. Oh no, it was straight up. Never mind. Straight up, 8.5 million credits. It's good. Lansen C is good. Frontline's good. 8 out of 10, definitely. So it's fast, about 30 horsepower per ton ratio. Has decent DPM. Accuracy is not that great, but it's a 105, right? At tier 8, so it has DPM but no armor. So it's a pretty good tank at tier 8 and front lines. So definitely. Next up, AMX 1357F. 4 out of 10. First of all, there were a normal version of this vehicle without the skin offered right before the black market in Advent calendar for 5,000 gold. So if you were playing during holiday ops 2021 or 2020, you can actually get the AMX 1357 without the skin for 5,000 gold, 5,700 or so. So it's actually cheaper, and it doesn't have the skin. So yeah, 4 out of 10, definitely not worthwhile. No. Chrysler GF for 3 million credits auction. 9 out of 10. I got this thing for 4.1 million credits auction. And for this vehicle, 4.1 million credits, definitely worthwhile. It's oppressive as hell towards lower tiers. It's oppressive to some same tier vehicles as well. The armor is so good against same tier vehicles. The downside is you have to carry a lot of gold shells. But this thing carries like 100 rounds of the 105, which is insane too. So it's fast, about 20 horsepower per ton ratio. You can get it for 4 million credits on auction. Yeah, that's, I mean, nowadays they will probably drive up the price to like 6 million, but back then it was about 4 million when I won it for the auction. So 9 out of 10, definitely very good. Oh no, the leaf blower for 300 gold, straight up. 9 out of 10, definitely 9 out of 10. It's a garage slot that comes with a tank. You buy in for a garage slot, you get a leaf blower that's super toxic and shit. Wonderful. Yeah, nothing needs to be said about this thing. Definitely 9 out of 10. Su-76 GFT. They fucked up. So it should be Su-76I. They give us the tier 4 Chinese tank destroyer. So they messed up on the... It's like they don't play their game, right? So they messed up, but it costs 15,000 gold. It's a tier 3, similar to a Pz.II J, but it is obviously more rare than a Pz.II J. It doesn't go on sale. It's the first time, actually the second time, but the first time it went on sale, it got took off from the premium shop after like an hour or so. It was too good, so they thought nope. But this is a very rare vehicle. Obviously, I would rank it a little bit more than the Pz.II J. 7 out of 10. Still cost 15,000 gold. Still a hefty amount, but for the free-to-play players, yeah, a little bit more expensive. Alright, Caernarvon Action X is back for the 5,000 gold auction. Obviously it's not as good as the first time around with the credits. Gold is more difficult to come by, but it's only 5,000, so they will actually jack this up to like 8,000, 9,000 gold, which is about the same price as the Caernarvon AX. So I will give it a 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's just a little bit disappointing compared to the previous years of the Action X Caernarvon for credits. So a little bit disappointing. Return of the FV25B 183. It costs a little bit less, so that's good. It was like 23 million credits. Yeah, 1 million credits less. So yeah, 7.5, still good. I mean, it's a legacy tank. You get your chance at it. So still pretty decent. Type 59 gold for 20,000 gold auction. It's not as crazy as the first time around, so people know it's in black market now after a year, and it's for auction, so people will drive this thing up to like 50,000 gold, etc. So it's practically a gold sink for all the whales out there. It's 8 out of 10. I mean, it's not as hype as the first year. Obviously, you have more time to get to it if you have enough gold, but compared to the excitement of the first year, no, it's not as exciting. So 8 out of 10. The Minnie Mouse for 9,500 gold. Holy crap, that's a lot. And the vehicle is, I mean, it bounces a lot of shells, but there were introduction of high pin guns now at lower tier as well. So 3 out of 10. Way too expensive. Way too. Think about it this way: a Panzer V costs 5.5 thousand gold, and it's not a tier 3, it's a tier 5, and it's better. This was also prior to the buff to the lower tiers, so it doesn't see tier 5s anymore, but back then it will see tier 5s with without the HP buff to all the lower tiers. So it was a 3 out of 10. Now obviously it got buffed afterwards, but 3 out of 10. It's blech, way too expensive. Schwarzpanzer 58 for 3 million credits auction. Now this vehicle is underperforming based on the stats compared to other medium tanks, premium medium tanks at tier 8. So it is still cheaper than having the Lansen C for 8.5 million credits, but 7 out of 10. It's still okay. If you never had it, you could get it for like 3.5 million credits or something, but back then there were not auctions, marathons for black vehicles like T-34 Black, IS-6 Black, and the Schwarzpanzer on the North America server. So you can actually get all 3 black vehicles for free. That's how I got mine, and that's how these vehicles got excluded from Secret Warehouse, which I had a better time in. So yeah, you can actually get these vehicles for free on the North America server way back when. So 7 out of 10. Oh, first campaign order for 3 of them. 1,500 gold. There's a time and place for this. It's only the first campaign. Second campaign came out already for the 279 early or 726. But yeah, you could get to your object 260 now. In all honesty, the 260 missions are not as hard as the 279. In all honesty, after playing about like 5+ years, it's not that hard. But 1,500 gold is not that much, so average 5 out of 10. Alright, object 261 style for 261 gold auction. You can get this style for about 300 gold or 400 gold. 9 out of 10. It's a lot better than the 3.5 thousand gold. It's a lot better than 3.5, but based on the gold alone, it's actually worth. Based on the style, it's just a strawberry for the 261. And some people are like, oh, we don't have the 261, so I won't get the style. It doesn't matter. It's a pretty good style. And the 261 is a decent artillery at tier 10. It doesn't punch as hard as a Conqueror gun carriage or T92, but it's rapid firing. It does more damage than the Batchat, as well as being more accurate. So doesn't have the autoloader, but it's a rapid firing gun. 180mm, I believe, but it's pretty accurate. And Panhard EBR at tier 8, so with the 75mm, 10,000 gold auction. So obviously the price is not worthwhile. It's jacked up. People were wanting it for a long time, so it is the car. They just introduced the cars. It becomes OP. People hated it, so people wanted it as well for front lines and yada yada. 5 out of 10. They jacked up the price to sync up, or to gold sync the player base. So yeah, I mean, you could just do like 7,000 gold. It will still go up to like 15,000, but way too much. And finally, BTSV for 10 million credits auction. I got it for 10.1 million credits. Actually, I just bid the normal amount, 10 million. I actually got it. So only played like 5 battles in it, but it's a rare tank. It's like a Pz.II J, practically. But it's only for credits, and it's not that much compared to Pz.II J. So 8 out of 10, definitely. It's a rare tank for only 10 million credits. Worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile. And on to this year's black market. So we're on to the TL1 LPC 3 million credits auction. Similar to a Schwarzpanzer, if you will. So stats are not as comparable to a Lansen C, but still good. 3 million credits auction, 7 out of 10. Let's be consistent. Oh no. M10 RBFM 300 gold auction. It is cheap, 300 gold. But first of all, we already have bond shop now. This is in the bond shop. We also could have gotten it for free with a skin. Also, it comes with a free skin and being free. It is a good tank, but you're taking up 1 slot. So there are MIA vehicles for the leak JPEGs, such as the Samoa SM, the Renegade, the Chroma Brie, the Brittany Panther, the IS-3A. That could have been in this slot, but they chose the M10 RBFM. So 1 out of 10, definitely. It's a piece of shit. No, you wasted a slot for a vehicle that you could have gotten it for free. It is cheap, yes. I would rather see you guys offer the leaf blower back just for 300 gold auction. That would be a lot better than this thing. But this is in the bond shop. You could have gotten it for free. No. No. You wasted a slot for this. No. Could have do the IS-3A. It would be a lot better. Straight up sale of the Turtle Mark 1. 6 million credits. It's pretty good. Cheap compared to the Lansen C in the years prior. 8 out of 10. Definitely. It's worth. The Nimmer for the E50M skin. It's only 255 gold auction. I got it for 515 just because I have 515 left. Odd number, so I chose it, but you don't have to get it. And it's not as expensive as 3.5 thousand. So 9 out of 10. Pretty good. The Qilin, it's practically a WZ-1115A with a skin. It's not as crazy as Type 59 gold, but I think this vehicle on the Chinese server is a premium tier 10. So they make more credits, but obviously it has different stats. It does a little bit more alpha at the cost of reload time, but all the other stats are the same. So the only difference is the alpha of the gun. DPM is the same, but they changed it to the same stats as the 5A, so there's no speciality with this thing. It costs a lot of credits too, so people will drive the auction up to like 20 mil or 30 mil with this vehicle. It is hyped up, so 8.5 out of 10, pretty decent. But yeah, it's okay. It's like a 5A with the skin. You're paying about 30 mil for a skin, practically. It's so expensive. I mean, alright. Open auction. Already have the Skoda T27, so I don't know what that went, how'd that go with the open auction, but it's only 5,600 gold, and already have it, but maybe people saw that they could jack up the price or go down the price, but it wasn't as crazy as I would think, and it's gold in terms of auction, so 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. I'd never see how high the price went, but this was the only open auction vehicle for this year's black market that I think. Yeah, this is the only one, but alright. I mean, people will jack out the price and people will see, oh, the price is too high, I'm not going to pay too much. So, nope. A32 for 7,500 gold. Now, you saw with the years prior of the Pz./IV for 5.5 thousand. So, this is obviously a little bit too much. And it is a special tank from a bundle similar to a Mutant M6 and a Pz./IV, but 4 out of 10. It's way too high. For a tier 4 or tier 3, I think it's tier 4. But way too high. Not worth. Alright, Awful Panther. It's at tier 7. It's for 3 million credits auction, but it goes for about 6 million with the stats. It is a nostalgia, but the stats are way different than the original Awful Panther. So, I mean, it's not that pricey, but it's not as comparable to a Pz./IV. No, I might even give this thing a 6 or 6.5 out of 10. Nah, let's give it a 7. 7's good. 7's good. 7.5 is a little bit too high. Oh, this thing. Oh. Well, as a concept, it's a tier 10. It's like a Foch 155 or a V25B, but it is so much stigma with this vehicle though. So much history with this vehicle. It is hyped up too. I mean, 50 million credit auction, it will jack up the price to about 50 mil or at least 40 mil in some cases, but back then before the nerf, it was very OP, but that was before the introduction of stuff like the Chieftain hybrid, or I think 907 was around back then already, but this was better than the 907. So back then this thing was pretty good. They nerfed it to hell. They somewhat buffed it, but in all performance other than horsepower per ton ratio or the side armor, Object 140 will perform a little bit better, in my opinion. But obviously, this will jack up the price a lot, as well as hype for the video, for the black market and videos, obviously. But 8.5 out of 10. Not talking about the stigma of the vehicle. Not talking about should we have this vehicle back, or should there be a different symbol like black market instead of the normal designation. I don't know, but as a tank itself, 8.5 out of 10. It's like a golden Type 59 gold. So, blah. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. Nobody cares. Alright, toilet paper prototype, 50 TP, 5,000 gold bid. Not bad. But it's not as OP as Object.252 U. So 7 out of 10. It's okay. I don't know how high they jack up the price, but as with all auctions, yeah. I do prefer they go with credit auction, but sometimes they would put gold auction. So it is a thing, but 7 out of 10. Foch 155 makes a return, so 7.5 out of 10, and it's for credits, straight up. So keep consistency. Alright, IS2 Berlin. I bid, how much did I bid for this vehicle? It was a 1 million credit auction bid, which is rather cheap, but I only put 3.1 million credit for the auction. I got it. So this will jack up to the price of 3 mil, which is alright for a tier 7, but a little bit more expensive. Usual tier 7s are about 2 point something mil, so it's okay, about the same ballpark. But as for a lower tier, or not lower tier, but as for a cheaper costing slot in black market. Pretty good. I like it. And never offered too for the IS-2 Berlin. So new, and it's not as expensive. So 8.5 out of 10. But you should have the IS-2 shielded for free, as well as a bunch of other IS-2s already in the game. That's normal tanks, but 8.5 out of 10. Progetto M35 for 7.5 thousand gold auction. Now it is one of the better medium tanks at tier 8, but it is on auction and they jack up the price just like the EBR, trying to at least, but yeah, I don't like that tactic. 6 out of 10. It's a good tank, but it's taking up a slot and it's being jacked up to just get all the gold back. It's a gold sink for the community. So blah. Oh, here we go. Secret warehouse. Let's do all the tanks on offers for secret warehouse. But in all honesty, the concept is great. I'm speaking from a term that already have most of the vehicles. So I technically could guarantee a Type 59 gold. So in that case, it's great. It's a 11 out of 10. Definitely 11 out of 10. It's so good. I am guaranteed to get a Su-76I or a very rare vehicle like a Pz.II J for only 5,000 gold compared to the previous years. It's definitely worthwhile. But obviously, if you don't have the black vehicles like the IS-6 black, the T-34 black, the Schwarzpanzer, you're going to get fucked. So obviously, Wargaming will give you the crappier choices than giving you the better choices if you don't have them, obviously. So yes, people were pissed off. People did not read between the lines and the details. So I thought about it. I thought, if you're not going to offer the vehicles you already have most of the vehicles. The only vehicles you could offer me is a Type 59 Gold, the Alpine Tiger, which have a rental for, so technically that also doesn't count. Like a Pz.II J or 76i. Yeah, you only have to offer me a Type 59 Gold for about 5 million credits of reroll, as well as 5,000 gold. That is insane. So 11 out of 10. The concept is great. The other vehicles on offer are not that great. So let's take a look at the vehicles on offer. But if you get an IS-6 black for 5,000 gold, 2 out of 10. It sucks. Su-76i, it's rare. It's only 5,000 gold. It's worthwhile. It's 9 out of 10. PTSV, a little bit about 8 out of 10. It's not as rare as a Su-76i, but it's okay. Schwarzpanzer, 2 out of 10. No. Panzer M41 Black Bulldog. How much would I rate this thing? It is better than the obvious black vehicles, but 5 out of 10. So it is worth the 5,000 gold, but the vehicle itself is about 6,000 gold. So you're, yeah, it doesn't split evenly, as I would say it. It's the same price about for the Panzer 5.4, so a little bit cheaper. Only 5,000, not 5.5, but it depends on the reroll, obviously. Hydrostat, 1 out of 10. It's in the bot shop. No, it doesn't perform well. It doesn't cost 5,000 gold. It sucks. 1 out of 10. Pz.II J, 8 out of 10. Definitely. The Mini Mouse, it's actually tier 2. Never mind. I thought it was tier 3. Mini Mouse is 4 out of 10. Not worth the 5,000 gold. Nope. 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 We're not doing that. Chrysler K, 7 out of 10. It's still worth, but compared to other choices, 7 out of 10. It's average. Foch 155. It's actually pretty good based on the cost of the vehicle. So 5,000 for something that's costing about 25 mil, definitely worthwhile. Panhard EBR, 8 out of 10. Just screw you to all the auction for last year's Panhard EBR. AMX 1357. Oh, yeesh. Compared to Black Bulldog, 4 out of 10. It's not worth as much as Yeah, it's not worth as much as a Black Bulldog. So it's good, but it's a tier lower, and it costs 5,000 gold. So, new. All right, leaf blower. Oh, jeez, leaf blower, 3 out of 10. No. As well as the FCM 36 pack 40, the 2.5 out of 10. It's a lower tier. It doesn't cost 5,000 gold. These are garbage. Nope. 1A3, 8.5 out of 10. Definitely. It costs practically 20 mil if you don't already have it. So 5,000 gold for that. Worthwhile. Caernarvon X, 8 out of 10. It's for 5,000 gold worth. Sexton 1. Oh, jeez. 2.5 out of 10. No. Alpine Tiger. It's on sale, so it's good for the gold cost, but it underperforms in terms of the vehicle. It's only for the skin too, so blah. Definitely. No question asked. If you getting a Type 59 gold for only 5,000 gold, that's insane. People were pissed off that they were not offered the Type 59 gold. Obviously, Wargaming will give you shit, like the Hydrostat Panzer IV, or the black vehicles. They're going to push that garbage onto you before they're going to give it. I already have those vehicles. I already collect bullcrap in my garage. They're not going to give me those bullcrap because I already have it. So, the only thing they could give me is the Type 59 gold, or the Su-76I. But, yeah. And finally, Lansen C, 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. For 5,000 gold, it's alright. But compared to the other choices, you're not going to outbeat a Type 59 gold or even the Legacy Tier 10s for gold. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. Some vehicles were MIA, like the Samoa SM, T34 Renegade, T54 E2 Renegade, Cromwell B, Brittany Panther, and the IS-3A. All could have been in the RBFM slot. Yeah, they could have been in the RBFM slot. They could have been in the Progetto slot, even though our Progetto already got offered. Oh no. Yeah, it's this thing is so annoying. 1 out of 10. 0 out of 10. So bullcrap. Well, there you go, folks. Rate the black market 2021 to 2019. So Secret Warehouse is one of the best concepts for black market. It gives you the fill in of the gaps of vehicles that you missed. Like if you missed the FE25B1A3 for this year, you could have gotten it. Same goes with the Foch 155 or any of the Panzer 54s or yada yada. But if you already have the garbage vehicles like the black T34, I already have it for a long time. I already have the black IS-6 from the Marathon, as well as the Schwarzpanzer. What else is my black IS-6? I already have it for a long ass time. I already have the Schwarzpanzer. I already have the BTS-V from prior black markets, as well as the Caernarvon AX. So the only vehicle they could offer me are super rare vehicles, like Type 59 Gold, which is insane. So there we go, folks. Rate the black market. Overall, how would I rate the effectiveness of all the black markets? So 2021, I will rate it as 9.5 out of 10. So other than the RBFM, yeah, there are a few good offers, especially the Secret Warehouse. The Secret Warehouse jumps up all the other offerings. 832 is questionable. Aufkl Panther stats are not that good. If they offered the tier 8 stats, it would be a lot better. Questionable panic attack on the T22, so we're not going to debate that. It's whatever. It's not like they're offering the Chieftain Hybrid for credit auction. That would be nuts. That would be 100 million credit auction, no doubt. Because the vehicle is so good. It's a lot better than the other crap at tier 10, definitely. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10 for this year. For the second year, based on the offerings, it wasn't too exciting. You have the auction aspect, but People like the auction, people don't like the auction, people like just clicking the button fast enough, having a better computer compared to people just wanting to get the vehicle. But 8 out of 10. It wasn't too exciting. It wasn't alright. But there were a few mishaps with the Pz./76I. They went with the Chinese tier 4 tank destroyer called the Pz./76 J or something. Yep. They got this vehicle mixed up into it. They mix up this thing. It's like you buying a tier 4 normal Chinese tank destroyer for a bunch of gold. Not worthwhile. Definitely not worthwhile. And it messed up some people too. They got the glitch with the T-34B the first year. But for the first year, 9 out of 10. It was the first introduction of black market. People were hyped. People were not as hyped in the latter half of the black market, but they got the chance at the Foch 155, the FE 25B, initial offerings like the Black Bulldog, the Sexton 1, the Caernarvon AX, or the Panzer 54. So yeah, Panzerkampfwagen 54 is actually pretty good. So 9 out of 10. So overall, Secret Warehouse is such a big factor. It's the trump card. It is the ace in the hole for black market. It just changed so much. If you have the vehicles, if you have the garbage black vehicles that I never trade in. I never traded in my garbage Schwarzpanzer, even though I just collect them, as well as stuff like the IS-6 black or the T-34 black, the Hydrostat that I got from the Bond shop. So what the hell is my Schwarzpanzer? There it is. I have it. I also have the Panzer 58 Mutts as well. But you can buy the Hydrostat Panzer 4 from Bond shop. I bought it from the Bond shop. It costs about like what? Like 2,000 bonds or something like that. 1,000 bonds. It wasn't too expensive, but I also have the RBFM from events. Same goes with the T-34 shielded. I also have like the Chrysler's KV4, IS5, as well as the black IS6 already in the Bond shop, as well as the Chrysler GF. There were a lot of vehicles already in the Bond shop, so technically you don't need to have it. So the only way they are going to offer me a rare vehicle is the Type 59 Gold. There's nothing else they could offer me other than the Pz./76I or Pz./II J or stuff like that. So what the hell am I on the Russians? But yeah, there you go, folks. Rate the black market 2019 to 2021. So some offers are garbage, some offers are pure awesome, but in overall review of black market, this year's Secret Warehouse is the ace in the hole. It is the thing that hypes up the most compared to other offerings. It makes a lot more people happy than prior years. Obviously, it does piss people off if they did not get offerings of the Type 59 Gold for 5,000 gold, or like the tier 10s for 5,000 gold, but yeah. Secret Warehouse is pretty good. It's gone. It's no more black market. But there you go, folks. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So Secret Warehouse, big props. It's like combining holiday ops with black market. So ingenious. Only 5,000 gold. When you think about it, all the vehicles on offer are actually worth that price, but yeah, some vehicles are not worthwhile, like a black IS6. No, it's not worthwhile. It's garbage. So I'll post all the ratings on the forums for you guys to see, but whew, we're done. So moving on to Battle Pass Season 4, as well as Artillery Rebalance that I never took a look at because we are all busy with black market. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.